Well, good morning, guys. Hope you're doing well today. Welcome to another session, another trading session. Today is FOMC day, so at 2 p.m. New York time, we will have FOMC. I will not be able to attend it since it's Father's Day here in Portugal today, and I will have dinner with my old man. So what do I expect from the market today at New York AM session? Well, honestly, not much. Since we have FOMC at 2 p.m., I'm not expecting much from the market, as well as yesterday. Yesterday, I wasn't expect much from the market as well. We just did this leg here. I made some trades here. Wasn't able to get in at the first presented fair value gap, unfortunately, because we didn't get a retest here. And then the New York PM session, and I mean New York PM and Asia did offer us a small run to the upside and London to the downside, but New York PM session was a disaster. I hope nobody got caught in this seek and destroy action here. So for today's price action on New York AM session, what do I expect? Well, honestly, I can't expect much from price action. We are respecting a 1 hour fair value gap, a bearish one, as well as a daily bearish fair value gap as well. But I would like to see, before we go to the downside, if we go to the downside, taking some London lows and eventually previous day low, I would like to see a purge of Asia's high and eventually a retest of the first presented fair value gap that we didn't retest it yesterday. So this is still an open value. It's still inefficient here. So I would like to see a run to the upside here. I don't know. We will see what price offers work with, and we will work with that. I will not force anything. I will be extremely conservative, and I will try to do not jump in the market if I don't have any explicit model presented by the markets. So right now we just opened. It's 9:30 in New York, 1:30 here in Portugal. So let's give price some time to see what's its intention, and then we will act. On the 4 hour, we change to the 4 hour time frame. I can see some kind of a breaker here. So price took out sell side first, then came back up, took once again sell side. And we are retesting the breaker zone here, which can give us a big jump to the upside. And FOMC might offer it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure about it, since we are on a bearish order flow still. So we have to wait and see what price will give us today. So price so far purged Asia highs as expected. No first presented for value gap. Just let me check NQ if we got some first presented for value gap on NQ. No, we don't. Well, I mean, no, we don't. It's 928. So still no first presented for value gap here. As you can see here, we are supporting on the NDOG and NWOG, supporting on midnight open as well, and 8:30 open. I will mark the 9:30 open here. So 9:30, where's the 9:30 candle? Just let me zoom in. It's not this one, but it's this one here. So this should be 9:30 open. Yeah, just let me be more accurate with this. And so far we are respecting the midnight open, 8:30 open, and as well as 9:30 open. So price is digging higher. We took already Asia highs. Let's see if we can get a jump to this first presented for value gap that was left open. For those watching, just hit the like button, please. It will help. It will help gather some engagement to the channel, and it will help to grow the community as well. We also know first presented for value gap. I'm just watching right now. We came back below 930 open. We'll just zoom in a little bit, and we are working inside of a 1 hour for value gap here. Right above we have another bearish one. It's a daily one. So still no action here. We'll just put this here closer to my session. Well, if we displace below these end dogs and end walks, and we displace below midnight open and 8:30 open, I guess we can see for lower levels, since we have relative equal lows here down below on London lows. We have as well as a end dog here below and previous day low as well. So we already took Asia high here. We're still working inside of a bearish 1 hour for value gap, and we have a small first presented for value gap as well here. Let me just check in Q. Yeah, in Q. Yeah, NQ also formed a first presented fair value gap, but it's right above the one that we have here on ES. If we continue to make this type of action, where we cross the first presented fair value gap many times, closing above it, closing below it, closing above it, closing below it, I will just leave the market do its own thing and not engage with it. Let me just check here one thing. Yeah, I'm just checking OTE levels. Market is doing big retraces. This leg to the upside got a 70% retrace. So it might be a dangerous market where you have big retraces. Yeah, for those watching and and asking why am I trading New York AM session and not wait for MC at 2 p.m. Well, I have no intention to trade it. I have no intention to open a trade unless I see something very clear. I won't be able to be here at 2 p.m. New York since it's Father's Day here in Portugal, and I will have a dinner with my with my old man. So that's why I'm streaming at New York AM session today. But honestly, I'm expecting nothing today. Honestly, I'm expecting nothing. I mean, the New York AM session, just like yesterday's NYPM session, it was quite garbage, you know. We did have a good move as soon as we opened, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get that move because price didn't came back to the first presented for value gap here, and it is placed right below it and to the downside, and I was not. I had no intention to chase it, so I had my first position here, took a break even here, and then I opened another one here, took some partials here, and break even right here. And then there was nothing more to do. So right now, we rejected 930 open. We crossed back below first presented for a value gap, and it seems like the first narrative is playing out. So I would like to see a close down below 830 and midnight open. And I would like to see price losing support below these end dogs and end wogs here as well. Guess I will grab a stell here. Yeah, the entry was not perfect, but let's see where the market will take us. Yeah, not liking how price is digging higher here. Midnight open and 8:30 open didn't offer any resistance here, so I'm not liking it. And we got stopped out. Yeah, this was a poor position here. Let's see what the market will do next. And honestly, doesn't feel it doesn't feel good right now, since we took out these lows and we are taking out these highs as well. So let's see. Price just displaced to the upside. Rejected midnight open, 8:30 open as well. Let's see if we can hold 9:30 open here. We inverted this fair value gap with displacement. Let's see how price will behave here. Right now, rejecting the midpoint of the hourly fair value gap. Price is pushing higher here. Well, NQ is still, ES just merged these highs here, but NQ didn't. I really would like to see some kind of a retest here to the downside, and to see how price will behave here. We form some relative equal lows here to the downside, right below the N dog and the N wog. Those are kind of suspicious as well. At this point, I will give the market some time. But we are pushing higher here. ES is definitely not willing to make the retest that I wanted. This was an unfortunate position here. At this point, when we broke down, I thought that we would retest London lows, but I guess I was wrong here, and we displaced right through the upside. Yeah, ES is not cooperating with me. There we go. And we touched the first presented fair value gap from yesterday's session. Again, price is running to the upside, not giving us any chance to engage with it. I really would like to see price here just a little bit lower, giving me a chance to get in, but it didn't provide me that opportunity, so I won't chase it at this point. We are reaching the top of the 1 hour fair value gap here. So ES just reached the first presented fair value gap from yesterday's price action, and is now doing some kind of a retrace. What do we have above it? We have previous day high, these relative equal highs, this low resistance liquidity here. Let's see how price will behave right now. The 15-minute candle just closed. The 15-minute candle just closed. The 1 hour candle closed as well. We are still digging higher here. NQ just made a new high. Meanwhile, ES is struggling to get out of that hourly fair value gap. There we go. As of now, we are approaching 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. might offer us probably a continuation. But 10 a.m. is also known for some kind of inversions. So I will wait a bit more here. Seems like yes. Is getting some support here from the first presented fair value gap from yesterday's first presented fair value gap. I guess the next draw on liquidity would be 9:30 open from yesterday, and eventually these relative equal highs here. But I really would like to see some kind of in the retrace here, because price is just pushing higher and higher, not offering as much to work with. Well, so far, this was my first loss here. Honestly, I thought that we would visit London lows here, but this plays to the downside with respect to the first presented for value gap. But as I should have waited a bit more here to see what type of retested price would do here. Honestly, I took the short down here and was not willing to wait, and that costed me my first loss, the 1 hour loss here. As soon as we started to retrace to this fair value gap, I said that I didn't like the way we were retracing, so I didn't even had time to close my position, because as soon as this candle closed, this one, the next one, just displaced to the upside and closed my position. So yes, it's still digging higher and higher. And Q as well. Yesterday I was on the wrong side of the market. It happens sometimes. So far we are 10 minutes in the 10 o'clock hourly candle. Yeah, we took these highs here already. Yeah, these ones right here. Well, the only opportunity that we would have to enter the market would be this one here, but I was not willing to do it, since we were at the top of the fair value gap, the hourly. We were at the bottom. We were touching the bottom of the daily fair value gap, and we were rejecting the first presented fair value gap as well. Yesterday's first presented fair value gap. So this for me would be kind of risky, and that's why I didn't enter here. Let me just check the standard deviations here, just to see where we are in price. Yeah, we are almost reaching minus 2.5 standard deviation, which means that that price might start to retrace as soon as we hit minus 2.5. This should be a zone where an area where price should at least start to retrace a little bit. And if we maintain this bullish order, yesterday's first presented fair value gap should act as a support here. Yeah, so far nothing that I can do right now. I'm just watching price action right now. $9.50 macro gave us a big run to the upside. Honestly, 9.50, it's here where I have my finger pointed, and it just ended here. It was a nice run to the upside. It was kind of a shame that I really took this position here. Could have waited a bit, but I thought that we would displace to the downside with haste. And honestly, as soon as we took these lows here, price displaced to the upside, hitting my stop loss. I thought we would exit the hourly for value gap, the bearish one, and start to drive near these lows and eventually London low as well. Guess I was on the wrong side of the market here. With this move, we kind of formed some relative equal lows here. But honestly, right now. I don't think we will hit them. We still have some relative equal lows as well on the hourly, but this move to the upside with this strength, I guess we will not go back and retest this unless we lose the first presented for value gap and we start to display slower. I don't know. I will wait to see. Well, I was saying in the beginning of the stream that I wasn't expecting much from the market, from price action today, but honestly, for a New York AM session, it's kind of a good run to the upside here. Since we will have FOMC at 2 o'clock, it was a nice move to the upside. It was a shame that I was on the wrong side of the market today, honestly. Should have waited to take my short position here, because as soon as we started to retest this bearish for belly gap, I said immediately that I wasn't liking the way we were retesting it. So it would prevented me to open this short if I waited for the retrace. I guess that's something to journal and to work with. ES just made a small retrace. It's consolidating right now. Not expecting much from a move right now. NQ already retraced to we have some relative equal lows here. So let's wait. It might continue to the upside. If so, I won't chase it, honestly. And right now we are 16 minutes in this consolidation zone. Not much to do here. We are just waiting for price to show us his intentions. We'll just put the fib once again here just to see it once again. As you can see here, price is stopping right at the standard deviation points. So the major one is always the minus 2.5, which has some confluence with these relative equal highs here. If we look at the -4, well, this one is a bit stretched. This is buy-side liquidity in form of previous day high, and -4 is a bit higher. Right now we are still inside of this daily fair value gap. NQ just took these relative equal lows here, while ES didn't. It's taking a lot of time here. Sorry, but my camera just shut off. I don't know why. I'm back. I'm back, but I would like to be able to use the Canon software to expose myself correctly, but it's not working. Well, meanwhile, NQ is digging lower. ES just took these relative equal lows here. Yeah, we are starting to displacing lower, touching the first presented per value gap from yesterday's price action. Touching this order block as well here. But so far, nothing that we can do. So far, we have a nice reaction from the first presented per value gap. Going back inside the daily. Your price is just consolidating. They're kind of boring right now. Price is doing the same thing for about 30 minutes. So there's nothing that we can do here. Price is just zigzagging and ping-ponging. Not much that we can do. So yes, is retesting once again yesterday's first presented for belly gap. Let's see if this one holds, or if we displace to the downside. This is still holding here, but I would like to see some intention from price. Would like to see some kind of a displacement to the upside to continue its way to the upside. So right now, no displacements, no nothing. So we just have to wait. Yeah, kind of a boring price action these last minutes. First minutes of the market were quite intense. I mean, the first 30 minutes were quite intense with a run to the upside without giving us many opportunities to engage. Unfortunately, I was on the wrong side of the market today and took a loss here. Um, if I would have waited a bit more, I wouldn't have taken the short that I took here, but it is what it is, and now I have to deal with that decision. But honestly, it's been almost another 30 minutes and prices has done nothing, so I will probably not be able to mitigate these losses as well. I don't know. We'll just have to wait. For now, we are respecting this yesterday's first presented for value gap, but I would like to see some kind of displacement to the upside to for a continuation, at least at minus 2.5 standard deviation. Just let me check the OTE levels here. Yeah, they are down, way down below here. So right now we are trying to displace below the first presented for value gap. We formed I don't know if we will form it or not. I don't think so, but we will wait for this candle to close to see if there's a bearish for value gap. Yes, there is a bearish for value gap here. we took out these. Yeah, we weren't able to take out these lows still. And we are entering a dangerous area for shorts here, which is the 15-minute for value gap bullish one. So what I'm expecting here is a lot of shorts triggered here, but then a bullish reaction to the upside and continuation to the upside. Let's see. Otherwise, we will lose this bullish fair value gap on the 15 minutes, and we might revisit these relative equal lows here down below. Yeah, it seems like we are indeed losing the first percentage per value gap here, the support. But right now we are inside of a 15-minute bullish fair value gap. Price is wicking a lot here as well. And we are retesting the first presented fair value gap. We'd like to see now a continuation to the upside, or we will eventually lose as a support and dig lower. We are digging higher into the first presented fair value gap from yesterday's price action. But I would like to see some kind of displacement to the upside here, inverting this type of work that ES is doing right now. Otherwise, we might see a continuation lower. Yeah, so far we are rejecting once again the first presented fair value gap. No displacement is happening to the upside. Let me just check here. Yeah, I'm just checking because I'm not sure about this one, since we are still above the a 15-minute fair value gap here, a bullish one. It seems like we will go lower here. Yeah. Yeah, so far nothing here. I will just wait. See its reaction here. This one was respected here, the bearish per value gap. Let's see if we can go a little bit lower here. Would like to see at least a touch on these lows. Yeah, not convinced about this price action right now. If we dig higher into this fair value gap, I'm probably wrong. My camera just shut off once again. I would like to see price come I'm lower right now. Yeah, so far respecting the fair value gap that we noted here. Let's see if we can get some displacement to the downside. I would like to see close below these 2 wicks here. Because if we don't get a close here, price can eventually dig higher, and that's not what I would like to see. And price is reaching once again the fair value gap that we noted, displacing above it or not, we will see. Yeah, not liking how price is behaving right now. I might have to cut it. We are also inside the 11 a.m. So this should be our last attempt here. Price is still inside that fair value gap, working this order block as well, but it's not giving me any type of bearish behavior. We still have these relative equal lows here, and price might go retouch them, but when price was here, I really would like to have see some kind of close below this week's, and price didn't give it to me. Yeah, at this point I have no expectations about this position right now. Yeah, we'll just cut it off. So this idea didn't work as well. Tough market conditions right here. Yeah, price will just probably be zigzagging here once again and do nothing that we would like to see. Let's see if price can hit this low resistance liquidity run here. I would like to see here some kind of speed below this first presented fair value gap. A lot of stop orders are placed here above these highs here, so that's why I would like to see some speed purging all these stops right above them. See if we manage to respect this small fair value gap here, this bullish one. At this point, I really would like to see some speed. We are forming the order block here. If we manage to close above it, we can confirm this as an order block. and as soon as we form an order block, we might retest it, and then we go once again to the upside. But it's taking some time here. 5 minutes. It shouldn't be that long. Let me just check in queue. No, in queue it's kind of stopped here. At this point, I have to pick myself here. And we'll probably get stopped out because we are at the FOMC, and this is the type of behavior that the FOMC gives us. You have targets right away, but price will not give you the chance to hit those targets easily. There we go. Got stopped out here. Yeah, I guess this is the type of behavior that we must not engage with. We once again lost the first presented for value gap here, and retraced deep into OTA levels. We formed another relative equal highs here. And we are displacing to the downside once again. Well, I guess we will just zigzag until FOMC. I don't think we will either go to the downside or eventually to the upside. We still have these low resistance liquidity, which I was expecting us to run. We are inverting this fair value gap once again eventually, which could help us reach this once again. This will be my last attempt here. I still believe we have these highs to take out. We rejected once again here this fair value gap. So something like this should be acceptable. But this should be done in a quick way. Otherwise, if price stalls here once again, we might go back down once again. So far, the 15-minute is presenting a wick, which could be beneficial. Yeah, as I said, price will just zigzag. Probably it should not have stopped here, should have break through it. Let's see it touch this inverted fair value gap here. So this could be just a retrace, but at this point I'm not I'm not very convinced about it. This was the type of speed that I was expecting when we reached here, but price should not wick here. It should close above. And price once again stopped here, breaking back below once again. We have about 50 seconds for the 15-minute close. NQ is trying to push a little bit higher. I'd like to see ES doing it as well. Just closing above those wicks, not forming any more wicks. The 15-minute candle just closed. So we can now expect a push to the downside, forming some kind of power of 3. So open low, close high. But really, price is not working as we expected it to work. It's taking too long here. 10 minutes. Let's see if we can have a run to the upside now. It's taking too long, but well, at this point we are at minus 1.5 standard deviation, which might offer us some kind of a resistance. At this point I will protect myself once again. I don't believe price will dig below my stop. Otherwise otherwise I'm wrong once again. Yeah, price should react here. Otherwise, I will get stopped out once again at break even. But I'm not willing to take off my stop from break even. Honestly, I'm not giving any chance to the market to take more money from me. We'll just took some off here. I still think that we will reach these highs here, but it's taking too long, and I think I deserve a partial here. Might even put it to 2.5, which would be ideal here, because we have also these high resistance liquidity. I mean, low resistance liquidity here. But for now, we'll just let it play. Yeah, Jan Trendholm, right? Thank you very much for your words, buddy. Yeah, I try to explain the best way. I think that That's the most important thing here. It's to explain what you're seeing and explain what you're doing as well. And eventually someone will learn something from me, and I'm just glad about it. I hope to see you in the next streams as well. So I will not be streaming on FOMC since I will have dinner with my old man. It's Father's Day here in Portugal, so I will be with him and will not be able to stream on FOMC. But tomorrow I will be here as well. Yeah, I was a little impatient here. I knew that we will hit this low resistance liquidity run, but honestly, I thought I would deserve a partial here and took 5 out of 8 mini micros that I had. So I will just let it play right now and see what it's going to do. I really would like to see minus 2.5 standard deviation here, but I know that's asking a lot for this market here. Price is still digging higher. Well, at this point, the low resistance liquidity is almost finished. We still have these highs here, and I'm quite curious about what will happen as soon as we hit those highs, or if we leave those highs for a later job. We still have these highs here as well, which I would like to see being purged. There we go. We are moving higher here, taking out those highs that we were expecting. Approaching -2 standard deviation as well. I think this should be a quick run to our target here. We'll give the market some minutes, but I think it won't last long. Just let me check NQ here. Yeah, NQ still has some buy side liquidity to take as well. in Q. Well, in Q, it's moving a bit higher here, so I will give ES some space to go a little bit higher as well. There we go. So target has been reached. We might see some more points to the upside, but it was a tough day, honestly. I was expecting a tough day today, but not the way I positioned myself in the market. The first position was kind of unfortunate because I should have waited a bit more and just entered on this short without waiting for any confirmation, and was stopped out 2 minutes as soon as I opened the position. So I have to journal it and I have to work on it as well. And my second position here, well, I was kind of suspicious about this one because I was not quite comfortable taking this short here, because I noticed that we were inside of a 15 minute fair value gap, a bullish one, and usually when we are inside these types of fair value gaps, yeah, there are only two things that happen: or we break them with haste and with strength and displacement to the downside, which didn't happen here, or we just swipe some kind of lows and go to the upside, and that's what happened. So I took here it was a 1 hour loss. Here it was a 0.5 hour loss because I closed the position early, and then I reversed, but wasn't able to take any profits here on this run. Price just stalled here and came back, and it was stopped out at break even, and took my last shot here, reaching for minus 2.5 standard deviation, and that's what happened. So it's kind of a break-even day. It's a $34 positive day, but it's kind of a break-even. And it's break-even because I took some partials here. I think I deserve some partials after being dead long in the market, and since I was in the market past 11, which I usually don't do nowadays, I think I deserved a partial to mitigate my losses, and took the rest here at minus 2.5, and I think it was a on spot take profit since it was the top of the move, I guess. So it was a tough stream today, but honestly I was expecting something like this, because at 2 p.m. we will have FOMC. I won't be able to attend it. I won't be able to stream, but I hope you guys behave well. This is not the type of markets that you want to be involved with at 2 p.m. Just let FOMC do its job, and don't try to go all in with these type of news. So I guess I will finish my stream and hope to see you tomorrow once again. I will be here streaming once again at 9:30, the opening, the New York opening. For those who are watching, I don't know what's happening with my camera, but I will have to investigate this later. I will be here tomorrow, 9:30. Hope to see you tomorrow, and have a good day. See you soon.